in the old days, and I don't know whether you guys were around in the old days, but an old TV set, when you turned it off, you lost your picture, but for a brief moment you had a bright dot in the middle of the screen as the TV cooled off. And that was the path of just the electron beam. To make a picture, when the TV set is on, you have a series of electric charges and magnets that bend that beam up to the corner of the screen and run it back and forth really, really fast and paint a picture. It gets bright, dark, bright, dark, 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 bright, 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 dark, 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 dark. And we actually create an image here every 30th of a second. So it's almost like a movie. You get 30 pictures a second of what's happening. But it's all being done by steering electrons. Now, if that's the case, we can do some steering of our own. And so we can bring this in and get a psychedelic picture. Look at that. So we can warp Penn's logo around and mess it all up. We can put this guy in here. Now you notice it doesn't quite look like the pattern of iron filings that we had before, because there are other magnets present, right? So you can see this guy bending, okay? And if we turn around to where you guys can see, okay? Now there's something else going on that's very interesting. Not only are we distorting the picture, we've got these rings of color. And they come because the way we make color TVs work is with red, green, and blue being added up in various amounts to make all the other colors. By doing this, we mess up the instructions to red, green, and blue and separate them so that we see them separately rather than combined as white. So, you know, you didn't think you could do this without playing Pink Floyd, but look, it's happening with no music at all. Okay? Now, if we take this away, however, we notice that the TV set isn't the same as it was. So I would strongly advise that this is not the experiment to do the morning of the Super Bowl. You might have a very unhappy father. Okay? However, if you've got a flat screen, of course, it doesn't care. Remember, it's flat, cold, two-dimensional, uninteresting. Okay? And that's right, you put the warm and cuddly CRT in the basement. Or worse, throw it out. Okay? So our dull, boring flat screen doesn't care, but we should also point out that if it's a fairly new CRT, they've realized there are magnets all over the place, and they have set up a coil of wire around the TV. And when you turn your TV on, you hear this kind of surge. Okay? That's a surge of electricity around that magnet, and it's undoing the magnetic fields that were present there. And notice we're back to a pristine white on the University of Pennsylvania logo. Okay? We have de-Gaussed this because the unit that we measure magnetism in is the Gauss. So a de-Gaussing coil takes away the magnetism. Old TVs don't do that. And we should point out, you don't have the problem with black and white TVs. You can distort them. There aren't multiple colors, so you don't get color distortion in them.